Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home.
Welcome to game day fun.
Anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear.
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
Our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
top, no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real-world experiences.
We can go to the bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might fade and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab your walk and see.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Utah Hockey Broadcast. We're live here in Salt Lake City. It's myself, Patrick McGann, alongside my partner, Mitchell Slott. We are very excited to be here for night 2 of the season. Last night we opened up against the University of Colorado Boulder. It'll be the same story tonight. Tonight facing off against those Buffs yet again. It was a great game last night. Final score 1-0 Colorado in the shootout. Mitchell, what a game it was. It was a defensive showdown and it was a goaltending showdown.
To say it was a goaltending showdown, I think, is an understatement. Those two goaltenders absolutely stood on their head. One of the things, like the final shot count was 40 to 30 in favor of University of Utah with 40 shots on net. Garrett Fuller played out of his mind. Every time he was asked to make a save, whether he had to do the splits, close his legs as fast as he possibly could, sprawl out, anything that was asked of him, he did it last night. And as far as Colorado, O'Gwen, again, stood on his head, basically won the game for Colorado.
Yep.
They were out hustled, outplayed, and outshot, but they maintained that 0-0 throughout. What I'm interested to see tonight, knowing that O'Gwen will be back in net for Buffalo, we have a different goaltender tonight in Greilich.
Yep.
He's starting tonight. Is to see that matchup. And also, how is O'Gwen going to stand up to the barrage that he faced last night? How's his energy? Is he going to be able to maintain that tonight? It's a big question for me.
Yeah, and going back and forth here, it's just, Greilich was the starter for a lot of last season. He's the more experienced Utah goaltender, but Fuller playing also for San Diego State last year, very experienced goaltender. That team they were not playing at the level as Utah, but he sees a lot of shots, right? And so he saw less shots than O'Gwen saw, but he stood on his head last night. And honestly, I would put both goaltenders on the same level. It's just that O'Gwen won the game, but really at the end of the day, in the shootout, you can't blame the goaltender. That's a very hard position to put yourself in. So both goaltenders standing on their head, super promising for Utah. You've got Greilich, who's an unbelievable goaltender, probably the starter, and then you've got Fuller now, who just put on a clinic last night. So did O'Gwen. It's like, how much can he handle tonight? It's a great question. I mean, Mitchell, you take 40 shots last night. It takes a lot out of you as a goaltender. I've talked about it on the broadcast before, and we've got a lot of goaltending kind of prowess in this Utah program. AJ Bolden, the GM, he used to be a goaltender for this team. When you get up and down, you're making all those movements. It takes a lot out of you as a goaltender.
Yeah, it does. And the good thing is that the coaching that goaltenders receive now, it's all about technique. To minimize the wear and tear on those muscles in order to get up, get down, slide across, and come up back on your feet using your own momentum. So you're like, it's not like back in the 70s and 80s and the beginning of the butterfly style, which the vast majority of, if not all, goalies play now. There's a little bit of a hybrid style that's also out there, but most players play a butterfly style. Cover the bottom of the net first, deal with the top of the net second. But the techniques that they employ in order to maintain their muscles and not overstretch, I mean, the techniques are fantastic.
Right, yeah. Still, yeah, interested to see tonight how those two goaltenders match up. Are we going to see more goals tonight? Utah hasn't scored a goal in the season yet, so they go 60 minutes without getting one yet, or 65 including overtime. But I want to talk about Carey for a little bit. John Carey, rookie, first ever game playing for the University of Utah. I was super impressed with his work last night. I mean, almost had the game winner late there in the game. Really impressed with this kid, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him play this season.
Yeah, I actually talked with head coach Morgan Feeney prior to the game tonight about John Carey. He knew that John Carey was going to be a good player coming in, and he solidified his spot on that second power play unit. You and I talked about the surprise of seeing a freshman in the first game on that second power play unit. He absolutely proved his spot last night and had an excellent game.
Absolutely, and just one other thing I want to talk about. A lot of penalties called last night at Colorado. Colorado kind of shooting themselves in the foot quite a bit, but regardless, 8 power plays for Utah, 6 for Colorado, and both teams over. And kind of a big talking point. I mean, if you're Utah, I think Utah looks, we talked about it off air a lot, Utah looked fantastic on that power play. I think it's just a matter of time before they break through. They just ran into the hot hand in Ogwin.
Yeah, they did, but one of the things in my conversation with Morgan was about the power play specifically. We're going to see some changes tonight on the power play.
Okay.
Not necessarily, I don't want to get into too many details. I'm never going to give schemes.
Yep.
But with what he has in mind, it has the potential to make the power play more successful, let's say. But you have to keep in mind that they went up against a very
absolutely
last night, because they were able to get shots, they were able to get position, but there's a couple little minor things, tweaks within their setup that Morgan's addressed in the dressing room today pregame that I think we'll see, and hopefully for the Utah Outliers will make a difference. I also had a chance to talk to the coaches for Colorado.
Okay.
Here's what they said. Same thing as last night. That's the feedback I got. And what that tells me is they were happy with their performance last night, and they think that kind of performance, power play, penalty kill, as well as full strength, they like what they see, and they're going to go with that, hoping to break through finally tonight on the Utah University of Utah.
I think that's interesting too what you say for Morgan Feeney, because he's kind of put in an impossible situation. I mean, obviously he sees the game through a more technical mind, and he's out there, he knows what he's seeing. But like we're saying, I like the way they look. They were finding those shooting lanes. They were passing the puck very well in that power play. It's just, you run into a hot hand, and you go 0 for 8. It looks bad on the sheet, but I think really they looked pretty good on that power play. But I'm interested to see those changes tonight. And for Colorado, I think the huge thing is they had that 7-minute power play kind of, I don't know, maybe 2/3 through the game, maybe kind of late in that second period, and they took a couple of penalties on that, and man, that makes the difference.
It really does, and they have to be more disciplined. And period, they cannot take 8 penalties in a game.
Right.
You have to stay out of the box. You have to do a much better job of that, and hopefully the Colorado coaching staff address that. Well, the only way we'll find out is the next 60 minutes long.
That's right. And what do you think? I don't know. Maybe give me your keys to the game tonight here for Utah. What are the keys to get themselves a victory tonight? Because I think this is a team that Utah can really hang with. They proved it last night. They just couldn't quite find the goal. And you're opening the season. It might be tough to get that first goal. And once you get it, it's like maybe you can. Maybe not pour it on, but find that rhythm and keep it going.
Yeah, as far as keys to the game for the Utes, maintain the intensity. Smarter, more deliberate shots instead of just shooting. You still want the volume, but you want the shots to be deliberate. Have a this is going to be kind of weird, but have a goal in mind when you shoot. Aim at a point, not just towards the net.
Right.
As well as keep up the physical play, because that really did affect Colorado.
Well, we want to thank you guys for watching the pregame show here live from Salt Lake City. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have puck drop just moments away from the Beehive State. It'll be University of Utah versus University of Colorado. Game 2 tonight. Don't miss it, folks. We'll be right back with puck drop.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the hope
Welcome to game day fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
top, no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our
Welcome back to the Utah Hockey Broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is Patrick McGann alongside my partner Mitchell Slott. We're live here in Salt Lake City at the Salt Lake City Sports Complex, where we've got the University of Utah Skating Utes hosting the University of Colorado Buffaloes for the second night of 2 games. And just wanted to clarify one thing that I misspoke last night in the broadcast. I'd mentioned that there were league points at stake with the post-regulation results with the shootout and overtime. Last night's game, I didn't look at the schedule. It was not a conference game. These 2 teams are in the same conference, different divisions, but this game is not a conference series. So nothing comes from that. So the game goes down as a tie everywhere. The overtime was just played to find the, I guess, eventual winner. But regardless, we've got a full sheet of ice, a fresh sheet of ice here at 4,500 feet in the Rocky Mountains. It's the Rocky Mountain Rivalry on ice, Colorado, Utah.
Here we go.
Urtis and Islanik taking the draw. And we are underway. Utah will win the faceoff and dump it in immediately. There's a shot. Good save by O'Gwyn. Right off the mark there. And now it'll be Colorado taking this puck out.
That's like a first round quick flash knockout almost in boxing. You know, you come right off, ding, ding, whack, right in the face.
Yep.
Quinn reacted well to it, though. I really liked his reaction to that. He fought it off quite well, and the defense came in and were able to get the puck all the way down the ice pretty rapidly, actually.
Yeah, good chance right off the draw there for Utah. And last night, of course, goaltender battle. No goals through 65 minutes of play. And tonight, we're looking for some more of that. More goals, excuse me. Here comes Slater. He skates it in for Utah, trying to go through the legs of Ferguson, the defender there. Unable to do so. But Utah will regain possession. Slater drops it off for Larilla. Larilla fires a wrister, blockered away by O'Gwyn. It goes up and over the net. Slater with control again behind O'Gwyn here in the Colorado zone. He's pinned up along the boards by Hull. Ferguson coming in to help for Colorado, and as well for Utah, that's McDonald.
Good battle down low by Colorado to pin that puck to the board. Nice little drop pass there to get the puck out.
And puck's bouncing around there in the neutral zone. It'll be Pearson skating this one in on the far side. Behind the net he goes for Colorado as they send 2 defenders down into the zone after a change. Colorado dealing in the Utah zone. Nice hit there on Wood from Larilla. Larilla trying to skate this puck out, plays it off the boards. Slater backhands it out of the zone.
Those pucks laying in the slot there can be so dangerous because the puck is just laying there. You really don't know who's going to get to it first. So as a goaltender, you have to be ready just in case the shot comes.
Sendin fires a shot, rebound, and good save by O'Gwyn. It doesn't look like Kruchek got all of that rebound there. It kind of went towards O'Gwyn a little bit slower than you would have thought for a shot, but good chance nonetheless for Utah, looking good in the first minute and 40 seconds rather in this first period.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. I mean, the Utes clearly came out to play, as did Colorado. There doesn't look to be any weariness after last night's tight battle, and both teams ready to go. And we're, like you said, we're a minute 40 in, and a couple chances both ways, and it's kind of eerily similar to last night.
Absolutely, as that faceoff is won by Colorado. They're just going to try and play it out. It's kept in at the line by Sendin for Utah. They opt to play this further in their own zone, Colorado that is. That was Massey on the puck, playing it over to his line mate, Nislanik. And here is Massey once more, playing it to the near side half wall. It's taken away by Utah. There's Gibney with the puck. He's double teamed. He's still able to come up with that puck. Plays to the opposite side. It's Kruchek down at the goal line. There's a backhand shot. Good save. And a good chance there by Schwab of the Utes to backhand that puck on O'Gwyn. O'Gwyn already forced to make a couple of saves early on in this game. As Schwab picks that puck up, Utah changes. Nice reception there from the stick of Oliver Kraft.
The Utes starting once again with their physicality, which we touched on in the pregame, is one of the keys to the game. See if they can keep that up.
It's Cole Music with the puck, plays that puck off the wall. Kraft skating with it now, able to backhand it in.
That play by Colorado should have been too many men. As the player that came off the bench touched the puck before the other player was able to get off the ice. That really should have been too many men, and it was missed.
Buffs get away with one there as the puck bounces around in the far side corner here in the Utah zone. Plays to the opposite side. It's kept in at the line by Mansour. There's Bandoni stick handling, and it ends up on the stick of Gephardt, who flips that one up and out of the zone as Utah will get a full change.
Smart change there by Utah with that soft puck up the ice. Not in fear of an icing. All 5 players change. Smart play.
And now it'll be Urtis passing that puck over to Ethan Light. First we've seen him tonight. Here is Urtis dropping it off. Thought Light was there, but a little bit further back. Nice play by Delaney to get back on his horse and get that puck and prevent Marcinkiewicz from taking that puck over. It's Delaney still skating with the puck back, hands it in, hits the gloves of Jake Ferguson of Colorado. Taken away by Light at the goal line. There's a play action. He scores! Michael Urtis gets the first goal of the season for the Utes.
There's the goal we were looking for last night. What a great play.
It's the captain. How fitting. What about?
And that play was started by Ethan Light, keeping that puck in, dug it out from underneath a couple skates, got it to the side of the net where Urtis was just waiting. Urtis had that initial shot, followed up with his rebound and got it 5-hole. Time of that goal, 4:01 of the first period. Scoring that goal, Michael Urtis on the 14th, the captain.
Nice play by him, and for Utah, it's a sigh of relief to get that first goal. Maybe there'll be a few more of those tonight, hopefully, for the Utes. Looking very good to start this game as that puck's played into the Colorado zone. It's kept in at the line by Sen, and then it ends up in the hands of Pearson. Tries to play it over to Wood, over to Pearson. Pearson skates it in, fires a wrister, good save. Greilich ends up behind him. Pearson with the puck again, dropping it off for Wood. Nice takeaway from McDonald as he's looking at Slater. Slater will chase after this puck on the dump and chase. Here's Slater, into the slot he goes. Slater making a nice move, and he just loses it at the last second. Ends up in the net there. And we'll have a whistle. Looks like the net may have come off its moorings there. Maybe, yeah, that is the call, in fact, yeah.
Yeah, and that goes back to last night. What I was talking about is one of the University of Utah players went into the net, knocked it off, and you could see Brett Fuller, the referee, signal that you can make a change. Whereas last night, the goaltender for Colorado knocked the net off its moorings, and they were unable to change. Just going back to the referees for tonight are Brett Fuller and Chris McPhee, linesmen Craig Peterson and Matt Orr.
That puck slides all the way out of the zone. Music chasing after it, along with Piggott for Colorado.
Worked out low there by Music.
And now
Took the hit and was able to get the puck to his teammate.
here comes Utah. Backhand shot, good save, O'Gwyn. And Utah had a point-blank chance there. It looks like it just went behind the net. Music at the blue line will skate this one out and reset things for Utah. Will dump it in. And the whistle will blow here.
Looks like we have an injured player. That looks like Kruchek. Looked a little hobbled on the play. I didn't see what happened to him, but he was able to get to the bench under his own power, which is always good. Hopefully it's just a Charlie horse, maybe on his thigh or something like that. It'll be a good, hopefully worst case scenario, it's a bruise. It just kind of stings. But we'll see. Hopefully you can see him back on the ice.
Yeah, getting tended to at the bench right now. As Colorado skates this one in. There's a shot, and Greilich will opt to cover that one up. Force a stoppage.
So I'm interested to see right now how Colorado really responds to that goal. Just in that play alone, trying to get the puck in. You saw him fan on a couple of passes. I'm wondering if that shook them up, especially after last night with the performance of their goaltender. They look pretty shaky right now. I've got to be honest.
There's another shot. Good glove save by Greilich. Yeah, it's for Colorado. I mean, you touched on it in the pregame. Their kind of plan of attack is let's play the same as we played last night. And for me, it's kind of like, well, you gave up a goal, and now things are a little bit different. I mean, right? I mean, if you're going to play the same way, are you going to try and give up no goals? I mean, So I'm not sure, but for Colorado, yeah, not looking as refined as last night, but Utah, I think it looks much improved. They are looking very smooth to start this contest.
Yeah, I would say focused. Smooth, focused, energized, ready to play. They came out from the very first puck drop ready to go tonight, and you could see it, and they got their first goal early in the game.
It's Bandoni dropping it off for Sandberg. Sandberg into the zone, sending it in, trying to make a pass. It bounces around, he keeps it in. Barilla first man there. Passes it to the stick of Kraft. Kraft passes it over to Donovan. Jules Donovan to the stick of Sonnegal. Sonnegal on the near side half boards, sends it towards the corner. It's pickpocketed there by Hull. And there will be a penalty drawn on the play. Nice job by Sendin. So there's a shot, good glove save by O'Gwyn as Greilich was booking it to the bench there, but we will have our first penalty of the game. Looks like it'll be hooking against the Buffaloes.
Time of that penalty is 6:22 of the first period. Hooking is the call.
Yeah, that'll be Matthias and Hull to the box. And Utah, another chance on the power play. Looks pretty good. We'll see those adjustments that you were talking about, Mitchell. There's a slap shot from the point. Good save by O'Gwyn. I feel like I've said that a lot.
Yeah, over the past night and the beginning of tonight.
Yeah.
Probably 46.
Yeah.
Actually, the shots right now are 6-4 in favor of Utah. So 46.
That's right. On the money. There's a clearance there from Colorado.
Okay, so now's where I want to see the change that Morgan was talking about pregame. See if they can implement it early on here in the first period with this first power play.
Now here comes Delaney peeling back. He's pickpocketed by Marcinkevich. He tried to pass that puck to his teammate Rosalenko, but just off the mark. Utah takes over possession again. It's Langenbrunner into the zone. And now to be Rosalenko once more, skating it across the red line. He will have a shot. It's deflected wide by Delaney. And Greilich playing that puck. Wow, that was a quick whistle for a frozen puck.
It was, but he also covered it up with both his blocker and his catching glove. I totally understand why the whistle was blown there, because he made a move to cover it instead of just playing it. And I want to touch on that play just at the blue line to our right here with the Utes trying to get into the zone on the power play. If I'm skating the puck in with a man on me, I'm just going to dump that in. I know you want to possess the puck, but it's a smarter play when you have two oppositions or opposing players right in front of you. That's a much better entry into the zone for the Utes.
Correa over to the stick of Slater. Slater to Delaney, who has a shot, or excuse me, Schwabo has a shot, and it's saved there by O'Gwyn. It goes up above him. As there's a scrum on the far side half wall, and Colorado able to clear that puck all the way out. 45 seconds remaining on the Utah 5-on-4 power play. Cray leaving it for Larilla. Now it's Slater. Slater with some speed, skates it in. Over to Gibney. Gibney at the goal line, back to Slater. Larilla at the point. Stick handles. Over to Correa. Fires a shot. And it's tipped. It looked like it hit something.
Right off the crossbar.
Gibney at the goal line. Point past Larilla. 13 on the power play remaining. It's Correa. Sends it down low. Gibney. 5 on the power play. It's taken away. And we'll have another whistle.
Check from behind is going to be the call. And that's going to go against Colorado. It's like number 6. Luke Bassett will sit for 2 minutes. Time of that penalty. 8. This is a difficult
21?
21, yeah. 21. That's true teamwork right there.
A 1-second 5-on-3 for the Utes. That is significant for this face-off. Couple seconds. It'll take Hull a couple of seconds to get out of the box. There he goes. He's out now. It's a 5-on-4 power play for the Utes. McDonald along the wall. Nice pass over to Erdis. Erdis stick handles. Head fakes. Skating it across the line. Cycling here. Still with possession is Captain Erdis. And he sends a pass that's picked off by Hull. Fresh out of the box. And they will send that one all the way out. But another power play for Utah nonetheless. They'll get to practice that a little bit more.
Yeah, and Colorado doing a good job of getting the passing lanes for the Utes. Yeah, that's a good call offsides there. But I was noticing in that first power play that the University of Utah had is that they weren't able to get set up quite as easily as they did last night. That's not because of the changes they made. Colorado was just doing a better job at their own blue line to kind of break that rush up and not allow Utah to get in deep. Once again, they're able to win the draw and get the puck out of the zone.
Ethan Light at the red line, skates it in. Plays that one off the wall. Passes it over to Langenbrunner. 1:05 on this power play. Langenbrunner sends it towards the net. McDonald's stick was there. It's sticked away by O'Gwyn. Delaney at the point. Point to point it goes to Light. Light fires a wrister, and it looks like it hit McDonald square.
Right where you don't want to get hit.
There's no pads there as Light up to Delaney at the point. There's a shot. Good save by O'Gwyn. That was a shot from the stick of Langenbrunner, and there will be a whistle. Hand pass.
McDonald, it's that one place that men have that even though you wear protection there, it doesn't really do much.
I thought it hit him in the stomach.
No.
No? Okay.
A little lower. Just a little lower.
All right.
And I noticed as he was skating to the bench, actually, you shake it off and finish the play.
Yeah, that can't feel too good as it'll be Utah once again on possession after winning that faceoff. 30 seconds remaining on their power play. It's Larilla at the point. There's a pass. He just scores! Correa gets the Utes a 2-0 lead. The rookie getting his first goal as a Ute. We talked about how he had a great game last night, and he gets his first career goal just about 10 minutes here into the first period.
Yeah, and that was a very good, very hard wrist shot. Great run there. Good play all the way around. They were able to actually get set up. Had the man in front of the net to run interference for O'Gwyn. And Correa's shot went near side on the goaltender. Excellent power play goal for the Utes to take a 2-0 lead. Time of that goal, 9:54. Correa's power play goal.
And you talked about it, Mitchell. Looks like those changes are working for Utah as 1 for 2 now on that power play. And that's got to feel pretty good. You know, kind of shake those demons off your shoulder. Here's the instant replay. Correa with some space there in the high slot. Just wires that thing, puts it on a rope to the back of the net. No chance for O'Gwyn. You can see it right here. Blocker side, there's nothing he can do. That wrist shot is fast, and there is no chance you're making the save on that one.
The assist will go to Jake Larilla.
A great pass from Larilla to find Correa with some space there. He had plenty of space to kind of get that in stride and set up that powerful wrist shot. And what a start here from the home side. Not a bad day as the M2 team getting a big victory over in-state rival Utah State on this ice just moments before this game. And of course the University of Utah football team getting a huge win against Oklahoma State as well. So things looking good so far for a good Saturday in Salt Lake City. That puck goes to the near side corner in the Utah zone. It's Colorado trying to answer. So it's Sandberg trying to find Wood. Wood lets it go behind him and picks that puck up behind the net. Colorado moving the puck pretty well here. Best we've seen all night. There's a shot from Ferguson. Good blocker save. It does go out of play.
His first point of the season as well. I mean, obviously this is only the second game of the season, so points are pretty easy to add up. The first goal that was scored by Ernest was assisted by Light. So 2 goals, 4 point getters so far.
Yes. Utah wins that faceoff, kicks it to the opposite side. It's Gibney.
Nice little move there.
Kept in at the line by Colorado. Sendin sends it to the opposite way. There's Gibney once more. Passes it over to Schwab.
I like that little touch pass off the boards.
Hole and Schwab behind the net. Gibney has it, trying to go for the wrap. He scores! What a goal by Gibney! 3-zip Utah! Eric Gibney starting to lay into this game, breaking it wide open. And what a move by him to use. He's a tall player. He used all of that to get around the pad of O'Gwyn. And after stopping 40 shots last night, O'Gwyn letting 3 in the first period.
Yeah, that was such a nice, smart heads-up play by Gibney. As he pulled the goaltender with him, here you can see it on the replay, pulls it from behind the net, and on his backhand just stuffs it in. He had a shot at it.
Folks, he made it look really easy too. It's not that easy. Kept that puck on his backhand, and Utah breaking this thing wide open in the first.
Colorado looks a little bit shaken up right now, even though the puck is in their offensive zone. The puck is along the boards, not in any danger area, but they just look a little bit rattled right now. And I hope for their sake they can kind of gather things in throughout the remainder of this period. And then in the intermission, the coach will have a chance to settle them down a little bit. The Utes came out punching and swinging, and they're doing a great job.
Here's Ernest. He fires a shot. Good save by O'Gwyn. He did have Langenbrunner there. Langenbrunner point pass. There's a nice break up there from off teaser of Colorado. That puck sent towards the net. It's bouncing around. Slater almost had a chance there. It was knocked loose by Massey of Colorado. It's kept in. And now Slater with that puck coming in. A nice defense there from Nislanik and Marcinkiewicz, and that puck goes all the way out. And that will be icing against these Buffaloes, and they will not be able to get that change.
Yeah, so I want to give you throughout the game. I've been watching O'Gwyn. We talked about his feistiness last night. He's come close a couple times from committing a penalty on a player that's just skating by him, not in the crease. I like the intensity, but you have to be smart about it. You can't go out of your way to hit opposing players.
There's the blocker save there from Greilich on the instant replay.
Time and a place for everything, I guess, would be my point.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to keep, you don't want your goaltender taking penalties. It's not typically a player that ever receives penalties in the sport of hockey. I mean, it's possible, but it's pretty rare. Utah dumps that puck in. And, giving up 3, it does kind of eat into your confidence a little bit, especially after a game like last night. I mean, he basically, if you ask me, single-handedly won the game for the Buffaloes last night. As Colorado has the puck now, here's their best chance. They fire a shot, they score! Colorado answering right back. It's Owen Dickinson, and they get on the board for the first time tonight.
Yeah, with that pressure that they had in the zone, that's a good goal for Colorado. It's a good response for them. And good to see them to get on the board, because this could have gotten out of hand really quick.
Yeah. That's a great point, Mitchell. I mean, that answer is big time for Colorado. It keeps them in this game, of course. And also, I mean, we've got 46 minutes of hockey to be played. So, I mean, plenty of time. Even if you are down 3, you still got plenty of time. But getting one back here in the first period, that does wonders for the confidence, as we were just talking about.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, you get that one goal, it's a totally different game, 3-1, as opposed to 3-0.
There's a big hit from DiDomizio on Larilla, Larilla dumped that puck in. And there's a shot from the point just wide. Utah pressuring once more. And Larilla's brought down on those near side half boards. Schwab getting to that puck first, has a couple of Buffaloes on him there, taken away by the stick of DiDomizio. Dickinson with the puck again. Given, he takes it away. 6 minutes to be played in the first. Here comes Gephardt at the line. Slap shot, didn't get all of it. Puck pops up behind the net. And now here's Delaney. Delaney dumps it in. And it's going to be the Buffaloes with the puck. And Utah unable to find their man in the middle there. And now here comes Colorado. It's taken away by Utah. Here comes Langenbrunner. Winding up a wrister. It's just high.
Now we're actually starting to see some of that energy from Colorado. That goal for them was a good shot in the arm.
Music had a shot that was blockered away, but that's right. I agree. This kind of woke them up a little bit. So now it's Music. He dumps it in. O'Gwynn opts to play that one to the near side. It's Berge. He dumps it in. Pearson with some speed. Yeah, you kind of see these zone entries for Colorado with more tempo. They send those, chasers in with more speed.
Absolutely they are.
It's Slater. Slater stick handle, sending it to the middle for Correa. It somehow did get there without the pace, but Colorado's going to take the puck away. Wood at center ice, leaves it for Pearson. Over to Captain McConaughey. Nice pass of McConaughey over to Ferguson. Ferguson behind the net, wrapping it around. Good save by Greilich. And we'll have a whistle. Looks like there will be a penalty. And we will have that penalty. It's Correa to the box for a hook. 2-minute minor. 4 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the first period. Colorado, their first power play of the contest. Marcinkiewicz taking the draw against Erdis. Erdis tossed. So now it'll be Ethan Light. And face-off is won by Light. Larilla plays it off against the wall, almost to himself, but Ferguson will get that puck. We have another whistle. Didn't quite catch. Oh, I guess we will have penalty against Michael Erdis.
Wow, 2 back-to-back penalties for the Utes. That's something we talked about it on Colorado's side, but that's something that the Utes can't get in the habit of doing. They're going to face 5-on-3 here for 1:54.
And there's the goal. Just want to bring it up as we have the replay. Really nice wrist shot to go up and over Greilich on the blocker side. Really tough to make those saves when you put it on a line like that. And Colorado just getting one back.
Yeah, and that goal was scored by Dickinson at 13:25, assisted by Demizio and Piggott, and that was, of course, an even strength goal. Last 2 penalties for the Utes was hooking and slashing.
Delay of game. So yeah, I did notice that. I believe whenever you get tossed from a face-off circle in the ACHA, it's a delay of game penalty. Erdis got tossed from the circle, and then they called the penalty after the face-off. And so we are skating 5-on-4.
So they got one too. Bandoni got one. That was
okay.
The delay of game.
Okay. Colorado with the puck here in the Utah zone. Marcinkiewicz fires a shot. Good save. Graulicki let that rebound down, but covered it up very quickly. Nice play by him to force a stoppage.
Now both teams getting some fresh legs on the ice. Going to reset. It's 5-on-4. Colorado's power play. Really the first time we've seen power play tonight for Colorado. Obviously, both teams going over last night. The Utes able to get 1 power play goal so far. Let's see how they respond now with the surge from Colorado.
Wood and McConaughey play catch on this near side. Wood with it, back to McConaughey. McConaughey off the wall to the point. Nislanik. Now it's McConaughey. Crossed the zone, right idea, but was just over the stick of Wood. Nice passing here from Colorado. Nislanik fires a shot, gloved up by Greilich.
Yeah, good positioning by Greilich there to square up to that shooter, especially with that fast puck movement they've had. You had 3 one-touch passes right in a row, which can really discombobulate the penalty killers, and Greilich able to make that stop look easy.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, when you're able to zip the puck across the zone, that's kind of the point, right, to find those open lanes. And you make a great point, Mitchell, because if you're able to zip it around, that's when you have your will on the power play, and they get that nice shot there. Greilich forced to make a big save. 25 to go on the 5-on-4 for Colorado. McConaughey over to Pearson, just outside of his reach. Sendin will skate that one down and send it the full length. That'll just about do it with 10 seconds remaining on the Colorado power play. 5 to go. McConaughey skates it in. Nice diving play by Sendin to knock that puck out. Correa out of the box. We're skating 5-on-5 once more.
Yeah, it's good that we got to the 5-on-5 spot, and we're able to kill off that penalty. It looks like someone's a little shaken up behind the net.
There's a hit along those near side boards at center ice. Nislanik over to the stick of Piggott. They bring it in. Utah knocks it out. Nislanik dumps it in. Greilich out to play that puck. Slows it down. Gets it to Noonan. Noonan to Sendin. Sendin to Sunnigal.
And we'll have a whistle there and a good stoppage of play so we can get the boys out of the box and continue on now 5-on-5. And just want to give a heads up real quick. A little bit of a technical difficulty. Mike was turned all the way down, so you heard me earlier in the game through Pat's microphone there. And I got to give a shout out to a gentleman named Frank who let me know.
Well, that's, glad we got that fixed. We're still, working out the kinks here. A little bit rusty to start things out. That's okay.
Hey, but we're better now.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. For Colorado, they'll skate it in, but they are offside. As this first period is coming close to its close.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing out of both teams. It really has been a back and forth. Utah started out with all of the momentum, got those 3 goals early, and then the 1 goal from Dickinson really ignited Colorado, and now we're seeing the tide start to ebb or start to shift once again back over to Utah, and they're able to put their will on the ice a little bit more, and you're seeing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Even after getting a goal scored on you, you've got to rebound. Momentum ebbs and flows in hockey. Does exist.
Oh, yeah, there's always going to be those ebbs and flows on the ice.
Nice pass
Beautiful.
From Gibney to Gephardt. Gephardt skates in, tries to go through the legs of the defender, Massey. Just barely unsuccessful. Schwab, near side corner to Gephardt, who fires a wrister. Great shot by Gephardt. He had no space to get that shot off, and he got it off.
Yeah, he definitely got off quick, and that was a really good pass coming out of that corner, too, because Gephardt was in perfect position, and his teammate was kind of tied up in the corner, but somehow able to center that pass right to Gephardt's stick, tape to tape, and Trent Gephardt didn't hesitate to put that on, and O'Gwen made a good save. He was square to Gephardt, who was standing right at the face-off dot. Good play all the way around. I like plays like that you have that chance, but then you have the positioning and the technique that we talked about in the pregame that really come into play.
So it'll be Colorado. That's Hartman with the puck. Taken away. Gibney dishes it down low. Schwab. Point pass to Delaney, who loses an edge, but a great play to still shovel that puck forward to prevent 22 Bandoni from getting a breakaway there. You got 40 seconds to go. Gibney, far side half wall. taken away by Bergy. Colorado setting up shop here. There's a shot from the point from the stick of Mensur, and it's just wide. So here comes Correa with some speed. He skates it in, making a couple of moves across. One-timer intended for Gephardt. Just off the mark, but a nice play regardless to set that up.
Yeah, that was a good back check by Colorado there, because both Gephardt and Correa had a lot of speed coming in, and man was just tied up, and Gephardt unable to get a puck or a stick on his puck.
Correa winds up a shot, and it's just wide with 1 second left. And some tensions flaring with the sound of the horn to end the first period. But these two teams will head to the dressing rooms. We'll take a quick break here as well. We'll be back for some analysis in just a few minutes from the first period here at the first intermission. But at the end of that first period, we've got a score of 3-1 in favor of the home side. Utah up on the Buffs. Don't touch that remote. We've got more analysis coming your way in just a few minutes.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on staying.
Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of Australians in the team. So here's my question. Are they causing you any trouble? I just had a thought. The average snowfall near Salt Lake is 500 inches. If I was to utilise all of that to build a giant snow person, would that be majestic or a bit scary? Oh, hey, listen, just quietly. I'm a big family guy. You know that, I've told you that. But after a few days with them, I'm going to need a drink. That's legal, right? I hear Utah has the youngest population of any state. So if I was to head down to one of your hot rockin' clubs or a social event, would there be a youth person in there that might be able to explain Snapchat to me? My kids just won't do it. Now, I've heard there's a bit of a Sharks versus Jets rivalry between the skiers and the snowboarders. And if I made that movie, would you watch it? Ooh, when was your last Yeti sighting? Are you getting all this, by the way? I'm assuming you can rewind. The Utah state bird is a California gull. I mean, even you've got to admit that is confusing. I guess that's more of a statement than a question, but still I thought I'd bring it up. Now, your Ski City Super Pass, I take it that's part of the Marvel Universe. If I get that, will people call me the Winter Soldier Man? I really wish you could see this. All right, well, this will be costing me, so I better go. Thanks for everything. Bye.
This is Beth from the Salt Lake Visitor Center calling you back to answer your questions. First off, yes, you can absolutely drink here. We'd prefer if you ski in the mountains, and I'm happy to call you Winter Soldier.
Oh!
Started.
And that puck is dropped. We're underway from Salt Lake City. Game 2, second period. Utah still leads 3-1. It's in the Utah zone to start things off. Ethan Light getting that puck out. Dumps it into the Colorado zone. That's Carney playing the puck over to Rosalenko. And that will go the full length for an icing.
So there was a hit in that far corner just now. Skate actually got up quite high. You might have heard me go, ooh, and that was because I saw the hit in the right skate of one of the University of Utah players came up towards the chest of a Colorado player. And, you know, here recently in the past couple seasons of hockey and at the NHL level and in juniors, you've seen a couple skate cuts, which prompted USA Hockey to make neck guards mandatory. And
mandatory
100%
for what levels? Because
except for 18 and above.
I was say, yeah, these guys aren't wearing them, and that's kind of the thing. You can have your own opinions on it. You know, it's not. They made it mandatory. It's a great thing that they did so. But the only way this is going to really catch on is if the pros do it too, and I don't think the pros are ever going to do it.
No, I think there's only a couple players in the NHL that are wearing a neck guard.
And you may not look the coolest, but I mean it is the difference between life and death. As Colorado has the puck now on the near side, centering pass, they shoot. Nice block by Larilla. But nonetheless, a nice setup there for Colorado as they're looking better as this game goes on. Slater, nice move, he shoots, just wide. Off the stick of Slater.
Colorado did a good job getting that puck out of the zone quick after that shot.
Yeah, they're looking much, much better. They're looking like they have some more speed as well, just kind of like they're more in the game. They're kind of sleeping. It just kind of feels like in that first period early on.
Yeah, caught by surprise by the speed of the Utah Utes.
And Colorado dumps it in. Noonan over to the stick of Sendin. Pressure there from Pearson. McDonald sends a pass intended for the stick of Slater, just outside of his reach. Slater gets that puck nonetheless and dumps it in.
Good position by Sendin to break that pass up. It was a long headman pass. Sendin read it well and sent it back towards the Colorado end.
It's picked off at the line. And nice play by Gibney to win that puck forward for Utah. Skates it in, pass over to Schwab. Schwab winds up a wrister just wide. Music can't quite keep it at the line. Here comes Colorado with some speed. It's McConaughey. He skates it in with the shot. Good save by Greilich. And oh my goodness, he was sliding back. Yeah, that was close.
That was very close. And, you know, we're kind of lucky that net came off its moorings right now because, you know, we do have replay here in the building. You know, after last night's review and subsequent penalty because the challenge, the coach's challenge was unsuccessful, I think if I was Coach Jablin, I'd be a little bit hesitant to look at that. But when Greilich made that save, he did in fact slide towards that goal line. Yeah. And that's one of those where if you have an overhead view or like our camera right behind, a little touch and go there.
Right. Good chance by McConaughey, though, for Colorado. Langenbrunner pass picked off, and here come the Buffs again. They skated in. Sticked away swiftly there by Greilich. And Utah's able to get that puck out. Landon Langenbrunner at the red line, dumps it in.
There's that support we were talking about.
There's Delaney. Sends it to the opposite side. Puck kicked up to the blue line. It's kept in. Light pass over to Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner skates it in, has a shot, and it's tipped up and it deflects to the near side. Larilla over to Delaney. Delaney to Cray at the line. Ethan Light peeling back. Waiting for his man, Sundin there, to get set at the line.
Langenbrunner looked for that centering pass, but nobody was there but black jerseys.
That's right. Now they skated in. DiDomizio has a shot blockered away by Greilich. Nice pass from the stick of Slater to McDonald. He leaves it for Slater. Slater skates it in, makes a move in the high slot, and it's just taken away by Bergy. There was some nice momentum there by Slater. Here he comes, Slater with some space, skating it in. Slater fires a shot, good, saved by O'Gwyn.
Yeah, and just prior to that break-in, Slater could have drawn a penalty there as he was hooked quite significantly, which actually led to a brief turnover. Luckily, Slater's tenacity was able to get that puck back and start creating that last opportunity. But I'm actually surprised that didn't get called because a turnover happened because of a hook into the elbow of Slater.
That's a good catch. I didn't see that. And he, got a nice clean shot there. One of the better chances we've seen this period so far for the Utes. Face-off won by Colorado. Sundin was kind of upended there. Noonan just dumps it right back in. One thing you'll notice from the Utes, it's actually kind of a small team. A lot of these guys are probably a little bit smaller than average for players at this level, but they bring a lot of speed and skill with that. Good hands. They're able to move very swiftly across the ice. And, size is important in hockey, right? And you want to have that big physical presence, but it's not necessary. And this team still brings a lot of physicality. We've talked about it last night on the broadcast quite a bit.
You're absolutely right, because it's almost like Morgan Feeney recruited a more skilled, tenacity-driven hockey team as opposed to a big, lumbering 6'2", 6'3" average. It looks like a lot of the guys 5'9" to 5'11", with Sindin and Gibney being definitely over 6 feet.
Right.
But you have those smaller players that are very strong and can move the puck and protect the puck and definitely drive their legs into the ice, which creates more of that speed, which we're seeing on the ice here against Colorado. And I actually really like what Morgan Feeney's done with the recruiting as far as the type of players he has.
Yeah, you definitely can tell is like the kind of player he's looking for just from what we see on the ice. And I think, and I also think he does more with less. Not saying anything against these recruits, but, the top recruits that, they are going to Liberty. They're playing at Ohio. Utah's getting close to that level, of course. Well, let's be honest, they're not quite there yet. But he does so much more with less. And these players are so skilled, and he turns them into really skillful players, and he's got a team that runs with the top dogs in this league. I mean, they've beat UCO, they've beat UNLV. I mean, these are teams that are going to nationals and going deep into nationals every single year. And you know what? That's impressive. That speaks to the coaching staff and speaks to, what he's done himself.
Yeah, and I mean, starting the season out ranked number 19 in the nation.
Pretty good.
That says something in and of itself, being that they did go to nationals last year. Granted, it was a 1 and out,
sure,
which is what nobody wanted, but somebody has to lose.
Right.
But the fact that, over the course of the past 8 to 10 years that we've actually had a men's Division I club hockey team, the progress that has been made in the program is something to behold. I mean, the way that I kind of touched on it last night, but the way that the program has advanced over the past 10 years is amazing.
It's incredible, especially once Morgan took the helm. As Colorado skates it in, there's a chance his puck's bouncing around. Good pad save by Greilich through some confusion there. And, obviously Utah, they were the higher seed in that national tournament game, but it's your first time there, so a loss there isn't a bad thing, if you ask me. I mean, of course, these players wanted more, but they're building something special here. And I mean, I kind of think about it. Here's Colorado. Here's McConaughey with some speed, brings it in. Nice defensive play by Delaney. And just kind of to put a cap on that, if I kind of think of it. I like math, like to think of it like a graph. You just look at the graph. Morgan, once he took the helm of this team, there's been exponential growth if you look at the skill and success. And it's been an absolute pleasure to watch.
And I'll tell you what, I am extremely happy I am here.
Yeah, you get to watch some of the best hockey in the state. Now we've got the NHL, but it was before the NHL got here. As Pearson skates it in. Nice poke check from the stick of Slater, who is covering for the absent defender there. Correa flips that one up into the air.
Smart play by Correa to just get it out of the zone with Colorado pressing. They had the puck behind the net, man in front.
Nice little kick there. They shoot. Nice block from Noonan there. And he's a shot blocking machine. Throughout the years he's been here, he's done a great job of putting his body in front of that puck.
Yeah, and it's good to see him back on the ice after suffering that injury last year, which kept him off the ice.
Right.
And we talked a little bit about it last night after the game and how happy he was to be back.
Here comes Correa at the line. Cross-ice pass to Gibney. I mean, the eyes of Correa there, I'm super impressed with this play. That was a good pass as Gibney skates with it. He's behind the net, going back and forth, near side, far side.
Still has it.
Yeah, good play by Gibney. There's a shot from the point. It's deflected a couple of times and loses some steam as it gets towards the net. Sendin has a shot and it's blocked. And nice pickoff there from Sendin. He had Colorado had wood. They were looking for that long stretch pass.
It's a good thing he's one of those 6-foot-plus players.
Here's Gephardt with some space. 2-on-1. Gephardt fires a shot. Good defense from number 6 in black there. That's Massey. Saved a goal potentially. It was a 2-on-1 for Utah, but kind of an awkward setup. Would have been hard to make that a one-timer or get that to the opposite man there. There's Colorado. There's a shot. It's blocked by one of their own men. There's a shot. They score!
And that is unlucky for the Utes as it went off a skate and in as 2 players were tied up to the left of the net. Time of that goal, 8:34 of the second period. And I'm not sure who they're going to give it to. It looks like they're patting the number 25, Cameron Piggott.
Yeah, I didn't quite see who scored that one, but that's 2 unanswered for the Buffaloes, and they're very much in business right now. Clawing back into this game. Yeah, unlucky for Utah, and then there's not much Greilich can do there. Just kind of an unlucky bounce.
And to add to the unlucky aspect is the Utes were really pressing on the other end of the ice. It kind of touches on what we talked about last night, which is one team pressing, and the other team gets a lucky bounce. And it can change the shape of the game, and that's exactly what it is now it's a 1-goal game as opposed to a 2.
There you see the replay, probably showed again up close. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, bouncing off the stick of Jones, or the skate of Jones rather, and going in the net. Just a unlucky break. But Colorado, of course, you really, at the end of the day, you put yourself in position to have plays like that happen. And, credit to the Buffaloes for making it happen there. But
you put puck towards the net, you're going to get rewarded eventually.
Yeah, right.
And that does go to Piggott unassisted. Time of that goal, 8:34 of the second period.
So Colorado down 1 here. Puck hits the referee in the far side corner. Almost halfway through this second period, and we've got a dandy once again tonight. Just more goals on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Send in over to Delaney. McDonald drops it off for Correa. 3-on-2 for Utah. Here comes Correa. Firing a shot, sticked away by O'Gwyn. Utah wants a trip on that.
At least an interference as the man was taken down.
There's a shot, and Greilich gloves that one up, makes it look pretty easy.
So last night we talked about the referees letting them play, and they're doing that tonight. We've had 5 penalties in the game thus far through 1.5 periods. But there's been, I call it as I see it. There have been a couple really close calls that honestly could be called or could not. Obviously, They haven't been called. But right there, the one hook earlier in the period, and then that trip right there as the play's coming out of the zone. The Utah player trying to back check, he gets taken down. He's out of the play. Those kind of things matter in a game like this that is becoming as tight as last night's game.
Absolutely. We've still got, half the game to be played, but, towards the end of the game, you go back and think of those moments. And like you say, it matters big time. Noonan backhands that puck off the boards. So scrum ensues. There's a big hit. That will be a penalty. That's a pretty clear one there.
Yeah, that probably is going to be a boarding or a checking from behind. And that's going to go to number 28 of the Utes.
Noonan. 2 Ethans.
Yeah.
Not much argument from him. I mean, that's, if you ask me, just the profile we saw from up here of that hit. Pretty clear boarding penalty.
Time of that penalty, 10:57 of the second period. Boarding to Noonan.
Colorado, a golden chance to ride this momentum wave they have and tie the game. As now it will be Colorado with possession. Bandoni over to Marcinkiewicz. Bandoni once more. Good pressure from Urtis. Bandoni at the goal line. Roselenko. There's a shot. Good save. Greilich. Rebound fired and a good defensive play. I believe that was Cole Music that blocked that puck.
It was.
Nislanik at the point. Over to Hofteaser. Nislanik, excuse me. Near side. Marcinkiewicz fires a shot. Gloved up by Greilich.
I like how Greilich was at the top of his crease for that save. Because every inch that you move away from your goal line, you cut off a little bit of that angle. And with the power play, it allows you to stop the play, get a whistle, change penalty killers, keep the puck out, which is the primary goal. But, you know, for Greilich to be out that aggressive, I like seeing that from him. And he made that look very easy.
Yeah, Greilich really seasoned goaltender. Good season last year. Nice breakup there by Utah. Now it's Slater off to the races. Skating it in, out the line, making a couple of moves. Still in possession. Slater almost went coast to coast there on his own.
Coach Morgan Feeney looking for a hooking call. He's pleading to Brett Fuller. You can see his arm was up on the bench, but no call coming on that. And that was a beautiful play by Slater there.
Really was, and he puts himself in a great position when you're trying to beat that man and go around him to draw a penalty. Like he said, you can draw a hook or a hold or some sort of, minor on that play. And my, oh my, the speed of number 8 in white, Slater, on display just then. Hole at the near side for Colorado, and it's skied up into the air by Larilla to burn some time.
Yeah, good thing we have high ceilings here at Steiner.
Here's Schwab to Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner fires a shot just wide. Good shorthanded chance for the Utes. Colorado getting that puck out. This penalty in its closing moments here. Yeah, we got a flag in the way of the scoreboard, but it looks like we got 4 seconds left. So here comes Light with the puck in the far side corner. Noonan gets on his horse out of the box over to the bench, and Utah back with 5 skaters on this Olympic-sized sheet. Music, nice pass. Now it's Light. He skates it in. Light fires a shot, and it looks like the stick of Ferguson got a piece of that because that skied up into the air and out of play.
Yeah, the transition game for the Utes is really starting to pick up. I mean, it started with Slater just inside the blue line as they were killing that penalty. Granted, it's a one-man hustle, but he got that puck up the ice, and right there you saw it turned over again, and before you could blink, it was in the offensive zone. Light with a really good opportunity, got deflected out, but really good job on the transition by the Utes here in the latter part of the second period.
Absolutely. I mean, some really good hockey back and forth. It looks like Utah kind of taking control again. So it was a great kill. Even had a couple chances on that kill. Greilich out to play that puck over to Music. He didn't get all of that one, and we'll have the whistle blow for a penalty. Interference.
Looks like
fans like this call.
Yeah, DiDemizio doesn't like the call. He's talking with Brett Fuller. Interference was the call. Time of that penalty, 13:32 of the second period.
Utah to the power play.
Yeah, and DiDemizio's a senior. He's been around. This isn't his first season with Colorado. Got a little heated, got a little upset there at center ice. I was looking elsewhere, didn't see what started that. But either way, the Utah Utes, 6 years
force a habit
on the power play.
Larilla fires a wrister at the point. It is deflected. Never makes its way on net. There's a hit on the near side half boards on Correa. Larilla passes it to Correa. It's broken up.
Good job keeping it in there by Larilla as it was bouncing.
Slater sends one towards the middle. Schwab was there, but good defense from Colorado. That was Bandoni. Larilla, cross ice. There's a shot. Looks like O'Gwin may have got a piece of that with the blocker, but a good shot from Slater nonetheless. Colorado able to get it out. Got some tired players out there for the Buffs. 45 seconds expired on this power play for Utah. Gibney skates it in, peels back. Stick handles. Over to Correa, and he can't quite corral that one, and it goes all the way down to the stick of Greilich, who sends a long pass to Gibney. Larilla over to Erdis. Pressing hard there is Rosalenko for Colorado. Here comes Erdis with speed, skates it in, makes a nice couple moves. Still with possession is Erdis. He's got a man on his back, that's Rosalenko.
Good decision to get that puck deep as he was being pressed from behind and keep this power play alive.
35 left on this power play. Utah trying to find their lanes here. Point pass to Light. Has a shot, and it's deflected high up into the air and up above that netting. As somebody will go home happy tonight with a souvenir.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing out of University of Utah's power play in that they have somebody in front of the net, which is causing interference for O'Gwin tonight, which is a little bit different from last night, to have somebody in front of him. Puck movement's still good, hustling, and obviously it's paid off for them once. Hopefully we can get a second goal here with just 22 seconds remaining on the power play.
Langenbrunner has a shot. Oh, and the rebound kicked to Erdis, and he had another shot. Point blank save by O'Gwin.
I think he got a little help from his post there too.
It's either his best friend or his enemy. Depends on the night.
Yeah, just ask Marc-Andre Fleury.
Delaney, long pass to Langenbrunner, and DiDemizio's out of the box. Buffalo's back to full strength. Light will skate this in. He's got Erdis. Light still with the puck, fires a shot. Good save by O'Gwin. He did get a piece of that puck with his glove. Nice display of hands there from Langenbrunner to knock that puck down and almost stick handle away from the player. That being DiDemizio, and offside will force this play to stop.
You know, one of the things that gets overlooked about a power play is you think because you have a man advantage, you don't have to work as hard. But I wanted to point this out, but I also didn't want to distract from your game call, is that on the power play, it actually pays off to work harder. You have to be the first man on that puck. You have an extra man. You have to get there. You have to battle on the boards to win those pucks, outnumber the defense when you're in the offensive zone, and Utah is doing exactly that.
It's Pearson skating at the logo for the Buffaloes. Here they come into the zone. McConaughey skating this down. He's got pressure on his back from Gephardt. Pearson and McConaughey. Wood fires a shot, and it's deflected up and out of play.
Colorado responding well coming off of that penalty kill to actually get some pressure on the Utes one more time here in the second period. You know, I mean, psychology of the game is really interesting, isn't it? You go down, you have to work so hard to keep the other team from scoring, and then how do you respond coming off of that is always kind of telling. And Colorado's doing a good job of pressing now.
There's a poke check from the stick of Noonan, and that forces Colorado out of the zone. They dump it right back in. Donovan, long pass to Gephardt, pinballed away by the stick of Hull. Colorado fully back to life, I'd say, and obviously in this game looking a lot more even. You see the speed on display. And that's my favorite part about college hockey is that puck goes out of play. Maybe not the ACHA, but I mean, I'd say it's a trademark for sure in the NCAA. If you ask me, the NCAA game is faster than the NHL. It is a faster game. College is it's a speed game. These guys are quick, they're younger. NHL's more refined, it's just pure skill. But the college game is fast, and I really like that. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah, I think the main difference between college and the NHL is the system work. In college, it's more north-south, hustle everywhere. Whereas in the NHL, it is a lot more controlled. It's a lot like everybody has a place to be on the ice at all times. Even though it looks very improvisational, there are so many little plays and positions for players to be in at all times that's set up by the coaching staff.
Yeah, that's a good point. The north, south, and east, west, I think that's perfectly stated. As Colorado dumps that one in. Nice stretch pass. The stick of Slater just off the mark. Ends up in the hands of O'Gwyn, who will freeze that puck.
And to continue on that thought, because if you go man-to-man, NHLers are by far faster, obviously.
Right. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
But the way the game is set up, there's a little more chaos in the college game, which makes it appear faster.
Yes.
But I love both games. I love all hockey.
Right, yeah, it's hockey.
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
if it's on ice with a stick and a puck, it's my favorite sport.
Right, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, shot put on the net by number 18 for the Utes. That was number 15, Langenbrunner, that made that shot. But yeah, I mean, I love college hockey. I like the younger, youthful exuberance. I used that term last night, and we're seeing it again tonight.
Absolutely. And the NCAA game really fun to watch as well. And that puck dropped. Colorado with it. Urtis skates hard, and we'll have a whistle. And there'll be a tripping penalty assessed here.
Yeah, and I think that's actually going to go against Utah. On Urtis, if I'm not mistaken. Tripping is the call. And it will go against Michael Urtis. Time of that penalty, 17:36 of the second period. And then also boarding going to number 24, DiDemizio. So we'll skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes.
More ice to skate with. On the Olympic size sheet. Most sheets out here in Utah are Olympic size from those 2002 Winter Olympic Games. Of course, the 2034 games coming back, but there is an effort actually. A lot of these rinks will be adjusted to NHL size around the valley. And that was actually an effort that was being made before the NHL team was established here. But of course, you know, with the NHL team, we talked about it last night, that will grow the game significantly.
Yeah, and having NHL ice, especially in these college games and also the junior games that happen in Utah with the bigger players, it's going to really tighten things up, and you're going to see a lot more physicality as, you know, 15 feet total width-wise is going to be removed from the game. So it's going to tighten up the passing and the game physicality quite a bit.
It's Delaney at the line, over to Langenbrunner. Light stick handles. Carney got a piece of it. Let's knock it loose. Larilla, backhand pass. Down low to Ethan Light. He sends it to the opposite side. It hits the Zam door there and ends up on the stick of Mansour.
It's the second time we've seen an odd bounce off the Zamboni door.
Now it will be Correa. Skates it in. Stick handles. Fires a backhand shot just wide.
Good shot by Correa.
Noonan will dump that one in. Sendin. Now it's kept in by Slater. Slater wrapping around, trying to find Correa for a one-timer. Right idea. Just couldn't make it happen.
No, that was a good read by Colorado there to break up that pass and play attempt. Because that was a dangerous pass.
It really was. It was a great pass over to Correa, and he was in the right position. So now it will be Correa once again with the puck. Skates it in. Didamizio and Urtis out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Here comes Marcinkiewicz, fires a wrister, good save, Greilich, rebounds loose, kicks out towards the point. Hole fires a slap shot. Puck bounces up into the air. We've got chaos in front of the net, and it's taken away by Gibney. 5 seconds on the clock. He's got to hustle and get this shot off. Skates it in, makes a nice move. 2 seconds on the clock, and that will probably do it here for the second period of play. And after 40 minutes, it's Utah 3, Colorado 2. They get one back in this second period. And we're going to have quite the finish here between these two teams. We'll give you that second intermission report as we did for that first intermission, closer towards the end of that intermission. So we'll take a quick break up here in the booth as both teams head to the locker rooms. As I said, it's Utah 3, Colorado 2. We'll be back with analysis in just a few moments, so don't touch that remote. Welcome back to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is Patrick McGann alongside Mitchell Slot. We're here live here in Salt Lake City as we've got the Utes and the Buffaloes squaring off, starting the third period of play. And we've got a close game. We've got a barn burner, Mitchell. I mean, what a game.
Yeah, it really is a close. It really is a close game. I mean, Colorado has done a good job to bounce back from anything that they've faced adversity-wise, but the University of Utah, I mean, they've controlled the vast majority of this game. Colorado right now seems to be playing a strike and back up kind of game. Like they're going in for quick strikes, but that sustained pressure in the offensive zone, we're not seeing it nearly as much as we have seen from the Utes. And you know, as they skate back onto the ice here for the third period, I'm interested to see how penalties play out, because we've talked about it last night as well as a little bit tonight about the rivalry between these two teams and the physicality that's being shown. And Colorado has stepped up their physicality, trying to match the Utes' physicality. So I think right now, this last period, it's a one-goal game. Shot differential is 10 shots, similar to last night, just not as many shots. And that's because of the play between the two goal lines, whereas last night it was a little bit more wide open. Tonight's a little more tighter checking by both teams. So Erdis wants to get his second goal. Other players want to get on the board as well. And, you know, it's going to be a battle, and we're about to get started here for the third period. And I'm excited to watch this last 20 minutes.
Absolutely. We've got a fresh sheet of ice. Players are amped up. Utah wanting to get that first win of the season against these Buffaloes. It's the Rocky Mountain rivalry on ice, and it's underway for the final regulation period of play from Salt Lake City. There's a shot, good save by Greilich, and we'll have the first stoppage 13 seconds in. Or I guess the clock ran a little bit there. That makes a difference, huh?
You know, it could, but
those are 3 or 4 seconds.
They might hold it for a couple seconds, but once again, I like seeing Greilich out real far from his goal line to stop that puck.
Yeah, he makes a nice save, brings a lot of experience into this game, as we talked about earlier on in the broadcast. That puck ends up all the way down by O'Gwyn, and that's a nice save by O'Gwyn. And he's fiery. We talked about it, but that's just classless. I mean, zero class from O'Gwyn right there. Yeah. Light lost an edge. He didn't mean to go into him, and then he I guess he could say punch. It was a weak punch, but I mean, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
It was definitely not called for, especially in that situation.
No, absolutely not. And, I know that's a pretty loose call, like maybe not a call you call a penalty on, but, I mean, terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Give him a stern talking to at the very least.
Yeah, because, I mean, at some point he's going to cost his – I mean, he got lucky yesterday. He put one of the Utes in a headlock and didn't get called for it. I mean, so he's got to watch that, because he might cost his team one of these days. Nonetheless, this is going to be a face-off in the Colorado zone.
Neither team really wanted to get set for this.
Yeah. And Colorado does win that faceoff. It goes towards O'Gwyn. Langenbrunner to the opposite side. Carney. Backhand pass from Mozalenko. It's knocked back in the zone by Utah. Erdis across the zone looking for Light. Light does end up with it. Sends it back to where it came from, to the opposite side. Light to Langenbrunner, who fires a shot. Good save by O'Gwyn.
Yeah, good quick shot there. That was a really good shot on that play. And it was like that play earlier with Gephardt, where the puck's along the boards in the corner. All of a sudden it gets centered to the faceoff dot, and a quick release by the Utes. And once again, O'Gwyn there to make the stop. But the Utes really starting off this period well after losing that initial draw and that initial shot by Colorado. Now the Utes already have 4 shots on net in this period, and we're 50 seconds in. Granted, we've had 4 or 5 whistles in the first 50 seconds of this third period, but it's going to open up here pretty quick, I would imagine.
And nice face-off win there by Correa. But Colorado ends up with it. McConaughey skates it in. Looking for that game-tying goal are the Buffaloes. So now this is going to be Slater. Dumps it in. Hole. Ends up in the hands of Sendin, who dumps it in. And Colorado plays it out. McConaughey across the line, drops it off for Wood. Wood backhands it towards the net, hits the skate of Noonan. And pops out of the zone eventually and goes out of play. Colorado really looking like, and just in the years I've seen them since we've been playing in this league, they typically have actually been in the lower half of the standings for the WCHL. Not looking like that this weekend.
No, with talking to their coaches, there's a goal, and that's to get a higher ranking, play against those better teams, and really have a good showing. They don't want to be unranked. They want to be, or not that they're unranked, but they want to climb the ranks, and they're not going to be able to do that unless they play hard hockey and get some wins.
And I mean, they have this weekend. They're playing Utah really well, and I mean, Utah. This is a team that Utah used to beat pretty handily. Not quite the case this weekend, and they're in the right conference to do so. WCHL is consistently, statistically, the best conference in the ACHA. Even on that East Division, there's still some good teams. Missouri State, UCO, Colorado State. So Utah tried to set up a one-timer. Good defense there from Colorado. Senegal was on the receiving end of that pass for Utah.
Another weird pass off a door. That's literally the third one tonight. I called it out in the second period, and once again here in the third. Opposite end of the ice, but another weird bounce off a corner.
Jones skates it in. We got to fix the geometry of this rink, maybe.
Turn it into a rectangle, maybe?
Yeah. Get an engineer.
At least in the corners.
Yeah. Get an engineer to do the math and smooth that out. Or just fix the door, whatever it is.
Call Elon Musk. I hear he's an engineer.
Maybe he could help us out.
Make it AI. Electric vehicle.
Yeah, it'll adjust as the home team, needs it.
The ultimate home ice advantage.
That's right. Utah plays that one against the wall. It's Gibney at center ice. Forces that play to the opposite side to the stick of Delaney. He skates it in. Mishandle there as two Buffaloes are able to pin him against the boards there, and they take it away. Berge with it. It's taken away. Nice play by Gibney, and there's a lot of back and forth play. No one can really dictate the play. Now it's Utah trying to do so. Delaney fires a shot. It just deflects high. A wraparound attempt from Schwab. Ends up on the opposite side. Mansur with the puck. Trying to get it over to Nislanik. Lorilla at the point. Point to point it goes to Delaney. Over to Ethan Light. One-timer for Erdis, and it's broken up. Nice play by 22 in block, that being Bandoni, to break that up.
And I don't know if you guys at home can hear the communication from the ice. I can hear it in my headset. Guys calling for the puck. And that's really nice to see, or hear rather, because that tells you, they want the puck on their stick for that opportunity.
There's a shot from Langenbrunner. He was trying to dance around a defender and at least get that wrister off, but it pops out of play.
Yeah, and to follow up on that thought is also they're getting the puck. That means that's good on-ice communication, and a lot of times you won't hear that on the television. With the temperament the temperature here in the arena, it's kind of quieted down, settled in. You can hear the communication on the ice, which is really neat for our vantage point. I hope you guys at home can hear it and appreciate what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's a treat to sit this close and hear that. You go to NHL games, at least in Chicago, I'd be up on the upper deck most of the time. You can't really hear it. To be this close is something special. It is cool to see the players and be this close. Best seat in the house up here.
I would 100% agree.
It's Colorado able to get that one into the Utah zone. Good defensive play there from Sendin. Correa coming in to help out. They get the puck over to Noonan, who gets it over to the stick of McDonald. That will go for icing, though. It was behind that red line.
So just over 4 minutes here into the third period, and the temperature really has kind of settled down. I mentioned that just a second ago, but where's the physicality? Where's the bite, the grit that we saw in the second period? I don't know if the University of Utah is playing conservative, or if Colorado is backed off, or what really is contributing to that. But it's straight, hockey, and the Utes have been dominant as far as puck possession here in the third period thus far.
Here comes Slater, one-timer intended for the stick of McDonald, and then goes to Music. Yeah, that's definitely the case. I agree with that, Mitchell, and a lot of back and forth, but yeah, it's kind of ebbing and flowing, and Colorado just trying to get that goal back, but Utah put some good pressure on. It's Music.
There's a good hit by Sonigal. Dropped his man.
Nice couple of passes there. It's Slater in at the line. Stick handling towards the high slot. Backhands it in for a one-timer, patted away by O'Gwyn. Slater, nice pass to Light. One-timer, they shoot. Oh, what a save by O'Gwyn. Jones had a golden opportunity there, and it was a good save. O'Gwyn once again keeping his team in it. Slater stick handles over to Light, who fires a shot. Sonigal came in there out of nowhere to get the tip. Nice play by him to fly in and get that tip. As now the Utes will skate it in. Here's a shot, good save by O'Gwyn. And now it'll be the Buffaloes skating in. Nice move by McConaughey, but that move he made at the line forced him to be offside.
Yeah, that's not where you want to make that move. You want to gain the line first. I mean, it was a really nifty toe drag, just bad timing. And I want to touch on something real quick. As the Utes have been able to really control the puck in the offensive zone, some really good stick handling. But one of the things I like seeing is the Utes are getting traffic in front of O'Gwyn. And there's been 3 or 4 tips already this period. And I think they need to just come off the top of that crease just by maybe a foot or two to not be so tight to O'Gwyn when they do touch that puck.
That's a good point, because when Sonigal flew in there, he was in that blue paint. And yeah, it's going to be hard to get one up and over if you're that close. It's just a game of angles as Dickinson skates it in. He's one of the goal scorers tonight for the Buffaloes. Point pass, it's kept in at the line. A mishandle there from Massey. It is kept in. There's Noonan, and Utah is able to get that puck out eventually. Gephardt, a nice reception there from Schwab. He skates in, a nice pass. Right idea to Gibney. Just the play broke up a little bit. There's a takedown there from Gibney. Nice physical play from him. Schwab behind the net. Nice poke check from Massey. It's Light. Backhanding it, nobody home. Massey once again will skate this one down. And Greilich will cover that up. Good pressure there from Colorado to force him to do so. And we've got some tensions flaring post-whistle here.
Yeah, nothing really there. I mean, the players went down, and even the defenseman send in once, the two of he and number 25, Piggott went down to the ice. Thank you. Once he and Piggott went down to the ice, you could see that Sinden got immediately up, and then as far as Greilich, he got out of the way. He's like, the Utes don't need to go to the box. They need to stay out of the box 100%. It's going to be tough to do because, the temperature is starting to rise again. We mentioned the temperature not 3 or 4 minutes ago of play, but the hits are picking up, and the energy's starting to build once again here as we've got about 8 minutes expired in the third period.
And the whistle's going to blow for offsides. Yeah, Colorado a bounce away for being back in this game, but Utah playing well enough to fend off these Buffaloes so far in this period. Heavily outshooting Colorado, 34-18 thus far.
Yeah, and that's not a surprise to me. I mean, looking at the play and where the possessions or the possession of the puck has been, it's been in Colorado's end more times than not.
And now to be Landon Langenbrunner skating this in, trying to find Erdis down low, but a nice break up there from Berge, and he's going to skate this one out. Nice no-look pass over to Sandberg. He fires a shot, and it's wide. One-time pass intended for Bandoni was just wide. There's a shot, it's tipped.
And that was close, too.
Yes, it was.
Just over the net.
Colorado sending it towards the net here. Bandoni hustling to try and keep it in at the line. Puck pops up into the air. And Colorado able to keep it in. Here they go. There's a pass to the high slot. They shoot. It's blocked by Utah. And the 3-on-1, if they can hurry, here they go. Light skates it in. Peeling back, fires a wrister. Good save by O'Gwyn.
Yeah, that 3-on-1 rapidly turned into 2-on-1 as one of the Utes, once they got possession of the puck, turned to the bench and made a change, which really limited that opportunity. If I'm Morgan, I'm going to say, hey, stay on like 5 more seconds.
Yeah.
Get that opportunity in this tight game. I mean, one goal could be erased in a heartbeat. But with the pressure that the Utes are showing, they can also make this a 2-goal game once more.
Absolutely. It's been a great third period so far. Lots of back and forth action. Colorado, you can tell they're making a push for this. As that puck goes out of play. Yeah, this is a Colorado team that I can see hanging around that top 20. You know, that top 20 that makes it in, right? They're going to float around there. I think they're going to look pretty good. And for Utah, that's a good thing too. You know, obviously, if the score holds and they win this game, the strength of schedule matters. And so, you know, if they go on and have a good year, the win against Colorado is going to obviously look better and better.
Yeah, and for Colorado, like we talked about last night at the very beginning of the show, they have several key injuries that came out of their first weekend series.
There's a good save by Greilich, and the rebound was blocked by Larilla. And those key injuries can make the difference sometimes, but everyone's got to deal with it. I mean, Utah's had their fair share. Noonan, you know, out for most of last year. So there's Rosalenko at the logo, skating it in, waiting for some support. He just dumps it in. It's Colorado trying to set up here. Rosalenko over to Marcinkiewicz. And the puck does go out.
Yeah, good wave off of the icing right there by Craig Peterson.
And looks like Utah, that being Gephardt, got a piece of that long stretch pass from Colorado. Sendin brings it around the boards over to Gibney. Can't quite handle the bouncing puck. He just spears it forward and puts some pressure there on Wood. Wood peels back. Utah able to keep that in. That's Sendin. Here's Gibney. He fires a wrister. Good glove save by O'Gwyn, and that was tracking for that near side corner of the net.
Yeah, and it was actually interesting that he made that save with his glove because he had 2 guys crossing right in front of him as the puck was released. But good release there by Gibney on that shot. And you could, like you said, you could see him going for that top corner.
Yeah. It's a good wrist shot.
Labeled.
Yeah, that thing was on a rope.
10 minutes left in the third period. Utes out shooting Colorado 36-20 at this point. Scores 3-2 in favor of University of Utah.
There's a shot from the point. Good save by O'Gwyn. It's loose in the low slot, and Colorado will be able to thwart that chance from Utah. Here's Light making a move in transition here. Langenbrunner had his stick on it. Just goes by him.
That was a bouncing puck.
And it ends up in the Utah zone. There's some pressure there from Colorado. That was Pearson. Utah sends it the full length, and that will go for icing. And, of course, icings become more costly later on in the game when players are tired, and that does make a difference, that no change.
Yeah, but I'm glad to see here in the third period that there has been more flow. We started out really slow with 5 whistles in the first minute, but there's been some, like you talked about, there's been some really good back and forth flow to this game. Colorado unable to really get any quality shots thus far, but we'll see what happens here with 9:25 left.
Yeah, they're making a push. We'll see. I mean, a lot at stake here. First home series of the season for Utah. I guess I should say first series in general for Utah, opening up the season at home. That's not usually the case. They usually open up on the road in the fall. So there's a shot. It's deflected. Puck bouncing around in the Utah zone. It's Marcinkiewicz with the puck now. Skating with it, peeling back, firing a wrister wide. Good pressure there from Urtis to force his shot to the outside. Noonan pinning up his man, that being Hofteaser behind the net. Senden doing the same. Both men fall down there. Now it'll be Urtis. Got some tired Utes out there. They're all just looking for a change. There was really no push there to get that puck out as here comes Colorado into the zone, and there will be a penalty.
Because his stick clearly went right underneath the cage of, I think that was Noonan. I'm not even sure how that happened, but the stick went straight up into his face.
There you get a shot of the Utah bench, but this will be a power play for the Utes. Luke Massey to the box, a 2-minute minor. Haven't seen the call yet, and it will be a high stick.
Good opportunity though now for the Utes. Like we've talked about, they have one power play goal tonight, and I believe they're 1 for 6. Yeah, 1 for 6 so far in the game. Now would be a great time to get that second power play goal.
Absolutely. So there's Correa. Larilla at the point, fires it back in. It's Gibney over to Correa. Correa dishes it to Larilla. Fires a shot. Good save by O'Gwyn.
Yeah, just nobody in front of O'Gwyn right there. He saw that puck coming a mile away, and the shot came all the way from the blue line. You know, the Utes really need to get somebody in front of him. I don't mind the shot attempt there, but I think if the Utes settle it down a little bit more, control it, and allow the time for a player to get in front of the net, it's gonna be a lot more difficult for O'Gwyn to make that stop.
Yeah, you want that net foot presence there. Larilla at the blue line, over to Correa. That pass just off the mark as hustling to that puck was Hull, and he was able to clear that one all the way down. Pressure from Bandoni forces Greilich to play it the opposite way. So now it is Slater. Slater skates it in. Circles back. Pass that's deflected, ends up behind the net. Correa over to Slater, back to Correa. Leaving it for Slater is Correa. Slater changes the side of the, goes to the opposite side.
And there's that net front presence I'm talking about, caused a deflection, almost went in.
Gibney to Slater, 48 remaining on this power play. Cross ice pass. Just to Correa. Correa winding up a wrist shot, it's deflected. Never gets to the net. Larilla can't quite keep it in. Here we go. It's Pearson. It's a 2-on-0. Pearson to McConaughey. He shoots. He scores. The captain, McConaughey, ties the game for the Buffaloes, and the Utes get caught flat-footed on the power play. That's a short-handed goal for Colorado.
Time of that goal, 13:06 of the third period.
And an errant pass becomes costly.
Yeah, and the Utes were working the puck around. Got a couple shots. I mean, still have 29 seconds left on the power play. Still time to make something happen here, but that's unfortunate that an odd bounce on that pass, which led to that 2-on-0 breakaway for Colorado. But let's see how the Utah Utes respond.
So now it'll be Delaney. Utah with some power play time here. One last rush remaining, 15 on that power play. Here comes Delaney. Cross ice pass. Langenbrunner winds up a wrister, and it's just high. That puck will just slide on out of the zone. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. Langerbrunner skates in. Nice poke check there by Mislanik. Langerbrunner trying to do his best to keep the puck in the zone, and out of the box is Massey. Here comes Colorado back the other way. Marcinkiewicz made a move at the line that forced his team offside, so he circles back and resets the play. Carney shovels that in, and
icing's the
that
call.
will go for icing.
It was close, but it was still an ice. Utah would be very advantageous for Utah to win this draw. Obviously, the penalty time is over. It's now 5-on-5. But if they can get this win, control the puck, and get a couple quick shots, that would be ideal for Utah because they've been getting shots towards the net. They just need to get it to the net, and a big win like that is going to help them.
Gephardt fires a shot that goes way high and out of play after a deflection. Just really well played series from opening night puck drop last night to, just about 6 minutes remaining here in the third period. Hard fought through and through. Neither team has really been out of the game. And when it looked like that was going to be the case, Colorado just fought back. I mean, just a great series.
Yeah, a good team can chip away at an early lead throughout the course of a game, and that's why you play all 60 minutes, and coaches want their players to play a full 60-minute game. And Colorado's done that so far.
Absolutely. Oh, a one-time pass intended for the stick of Schwab, just off the mark. As Utah, they are getting their chances, but Colorado, 3 unanswered goals. That goes for icing.
Another big opportunity here for the Utes with the puck being dropped in their offensive zone. And it's a right-handed stick, or a left-handed stick that's going to take this draw. In Correa. And I miss seeing the puck being dropped and then shot directly on net.
Yeah, it doesn't happen
as much as it used to, that's for sure.
Yeah. Piggott with the puck, he's hit there by Slater. Nice pass over to Music. Music down low to the goal line, and a deflection from the stick of DiDomizio almost knocked that in his own net.
But a good stick nonetheless. I mean, that was a good defensive play there by DiDomizio.
And here comes Utah. They hustle to 3-on-2. McDonald skates it in, leaves it for Correa, who fires a wrister, and it gloved up by O'Gwyn.
I like what I'm seeing out of Utah after having that shorthanded goal. They haven't panicked. There's no panic in the Utes right now. They're able to control and keep the puck for the most part in their offensive zone, and that says a lot about the temperament of the coaching staff on the bench as well. Because oftentimes you'll see player on ice action demonstrate or be an example of how the bench's reaction. Everybody looks calm over on the bench. There's still time. It's a tied game, but the Utes have proven that they can score quickly.
Tripping penalty coming up.
And that will go against number 7, Jack Ferguson, junior defenseman for Colorado. Time of that penalty, 14:59 of the third period.
And the Utes get another chance here on the power play.
Yeah, big opportunity now.
Yes, yeah. I mean, just about 5 minutes to go here in the third.
Talk about big draws, 5-on-5 now that it's 5-on-4 on a power play.
And Utah does win that draw and controls. Langenbrunner. Near side half, far side half wall rather. There's a shot from the point, good save by O'Gwyn. That one coming from the stick of Delaney. And there was some more net front presence there, Mitchell. It was a good point that you made on the last power play. There was a shot, and O'Gwyn saw it the whole way. There was some net front presence that did make it to the net, but, looking better for Utah there.
Yeah, I agree 100% that, they're doing what they're supposed to do. Get it towards the net with people in front. You never know where that puck is going to bounce. There's a lot of legs and sticks within 3 feet of the net.
Here's Light with some space. Light fires a shot, and it's blocked. I think that was Carney for Colorado that actually blocked the shot. Langenbrunner to the goal line. It's Urtis. That one goes to the point to Delaney. Light. Back up to Delaney, who fires a wrist shot. Good save, O'Gwyn. It's loose in the low slot, and Colorado kicks that one out, and they're going to be able to clear the zone. McConaughey dumps it in. Scored on the last Utah power play, that being Drew McConaughey, captain of this Buffalo squad. Now it will be Ethan Light. He skates it in. Light making a move, going towards the goal line, tried to peel it back. He's pushed off the puck hard there by Massey, and Colorado able to get that one out with 55 seconds remaining on the power play.
Yeah, with just under a minute remaining on the power play, now is the time to really step up the speed, step up the intensity, get this done, because they have the opportunity right here, and it's a golden one.
Here we go. Gibney skates it in. Good defense there from Colorado. He's trying to draw their men out. Try to make a pass there. It was deflected by Bandoni. Nonetheless, the Utes maintain possession. Gibney behind the net to the opposite side. Hits that weird corner again, and now the puck goes out of play.
And for the Utes, they have to connect on that pass. They have to. You miss that pass, and the puck is potentially picked up by one of Colorado's, forwards that are playing against the point man. If they get that again, it's a potential odd man break. And it's amazing how fast things can happen, because the puck's behind the net, pass gets missed. If it's missed again at the point, I mean, things can happen that so fast here at this tempo. And, the Utes really need to stay strong on their sticks, smart on their passes, avoid the legs and sticks of Colorado, and really dominate this power play opportunity that they have.
It's Larillo at the point, fires a shot, good save. O'Gwyn rebounds loose, and he's able to knock that one down and keep it in his possession and freeze the puck. 13 seconds to go on this power play for Utah. 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in regulation time. And for Utah, no goals since that first period. They've been quiet. So that face-off is won by Colorado, and they will kill this penalty. Marcinkiewicz skates it in. It goes into the near side corner. And coming out of the box now is Ferguson. Slater circles back as Ferguson gets out of the box. Delaney to Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner fires it to the opposite side. Larilla, he's hit hard there by Massey.
Larilla just now getting up.
Urtis over to Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner trying to find Urtis again, but there was a Buffalo there. And there was Rosalenko. Marcinkiewicz dumps it in.